Hello, Mr. Black Cat.
What? Where am I?
This is where I live. It's the boundary between the Grim Continent and the human world.
What? Why am I here? Who are you?
People call me the Wizard. I travel the Grim Continent and the human world, granting people's wishes. The fact that you can see me means that you have a desperate wish.
Grant wishes? Are you telling me the truth?
Yes, but you must first participate in the game and win.
Really? You can grant any wishes?
Of course, under the premise that you take part in the game.
I'll participate. So cure my sister Lily. She has an incurable illness. I've tried everything, but she isn't getting any better. No one can help her. I don't know what more I can do. Save her, and I'll do anything. I'll participate in the game. Let me participate.
Alright then. It's perfect. You're just who I'm looking for.
So what's the game?
It's a game to win the love of a woman.
Love.
The one who receives her love wins. Those who don't lose. The winner has his wish fulfilled. The losers will have their memories taken away and become humans.
Lose their memories and become humans?
Yes. I am the wizard, the one who feeds on others' memories.
Why do we become humans when we lose?
Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. The woman lives in the human world, not the Grim Continent.
The human world? So you're saying I have to go there to participate in the game?
Yes. If you lose, you'll become a human and stay in that world forever.
But what about Lily? What will she do while I'm gone?
She'll have to wait for her brother to come back.
But if I leave her alone, she might just die.
Is that so?
And if I lose, she won't have any hope. And if I'm not there for her, if the game is that risky, I'm better off not participating. Just staying by her side would be the best for her.
Oh, Jisoo, you do have that soft side to you. You're really good to your sister. Well, that's too bad. You're a perfect candidate for the game. He's trying to say you're hot. You're putting me in an awkward situation. Then I'll change the rule.
Change the rule?
If you join the game, I will make sure that your sister's illness will not progress any further.
Really?
And if you win, I will heal her completely, and you will return to her. If you lose, your memories will be gone, and you'll stay in the human world as a human.
Then, even if I lose, Lily won't be any more sick than she is now.
Yes, but if she continues on being sick without a brother by her side, perhaps someday she'll... But it would be better than to do nothing and watch her die, right? You have nothing to lose.
Okay, I'll do it.
A wise decision indeed. One warning. You should never violate the game rules. Once you do, you will automatically be disqualified, and your memories will be taken away. I have a feeling that you have a high probability of winning this game.
I'll do anything for Lily.
I understand. Then, once the time is right, I will send you to the human world.
When will Lily's condition stop from worsening?
The minute you leave this place. I will explain the game rules right before it'll begin. Say farewell to your sister in advance. You may never see her again. That is very, very interesting. So, oh, wow, I didn't realize. So, even if Jisoo lost,
Lily doesn't actually die. And right from when Jisoo agreed to start the game, the wizard actually stopped her condition from getting any worse. Like he said, she might, if he does lose, she might die of a broken heart that her brother has not come back, but he did actually allow him to say goodbye to her. He didn't say you cannot tell anyone where you're going, that you're going to the human world. It's like, you can say goodbye, and she won't get any sicker than she is now. And if you win, I will heal her completely. Okay, so the wizard isn't a complete jerk. Alright. A little tick in the wizard's favor.
The first participant was the black cat. I lied that his wishes will be granted only if he participates in the game, not by losing his memories.
Wait. His wishes will be granted only... Huh? Wait, so did the wizard lie about that? Now I'm confused. If he did, then I'm taking that tick away from you, wizard.
No matter what, the game must go on.
Oh, okay. Okay. You just like... your wishes can only be fulfilled by participating in this game. But that's not true, because he could just give up his memories, and he probably would have just gladly done that instead.
If I were to tell him that wishes can still be fulfilled only by losing his memories, he probably would not have joined the game. So I had no choice. Preventing his sister's condition from getting worse was a bit tough, as I absorbed no memories to make up for the lost magical power. Yet I had no choice. Heroin. Wait just a little more. An interesting game will soon begin.
Oh, Jihei, my knight.
Where am I? Hello, Sir Knight. You seem confused. The fact that you came to see me means that you have a desperate wish you'd like to fulfill. I can realize that wish if you were to pay your memories in return. But that would mean that you'll forever forget about your precious one. So I prepared a game. If you win, you can still realize the wish without having to lose your memories. How does it sound? Will you participate?
He just didn't say anything.
The second participant was a knight from the Grass Kingdom. He was guilt-driven by some incident involving a dead woman, and he wanted to revive her back to life. But he was hesitant to sacrifice his memories for it, since he was worried about his prince. He didn't seem to want to lose his memories about the prince. So I told him that there is a way to have his wish answered without losing his memories. The game. But the knight refused. He said he cannot just leave without the permission of his master. So I had no choice but to wait for the prince. Because I had the feeling that he'll soon come to me.
And he did.
Hello, Prince. I've been waiting for you. Who are you? I am the wizard, the one who grants any wishes. The wizard. I've heard about you. A being with an eternal life. The one who absorbs people's memories to grant their wishes. You know very well about me. Impressive. It's a legend passed down for generations that is famous among rabbits. Then, you came to grant my wish. I would first like to hear what it is. My wish is for Eddie to become happy.
Oh.
You mean the knight? He actually came to me once. Eddie? He wanted to bring a woman back to life. I see. But he missed the chance of realizing his wish because of you. Because of me?
Oh, sure. Guilt trip poor Jian.
The prince participated in the game on behalf of the knight. And even if he doesn't win, it seemed that he'd rather live in the human world than to be a king in his kingdom. And the knight eventually joined as well. He was a bit angry at me for getting the prince involved. But in return, I promised them that they will both return to their kingdom if one of them wins.
Oh, that's awesome! Yay, Ji-yeon and Ji-hae are never separated. I'm really happy to hear that. Okay, another tick. Another tick for the wizard. He's actually not too much of a jerk. He just got so fed up at the end. He's like, I just want to love you and you forget about me all the time. Forget it. I'm not putting you in the same world, okay? But when he started this, he's like, okay, your sister won't get any sicker no matter what, and I will heal her if you win, and you two will always be together no matter what. If one of you wins, you both go home. If one of you loses, you both stay. It's fine. Okay. Next.
I used all ways and means so that the game for the heroine would begin. It didn't matter under what conditions the bets were on. Even if that meant that I would earn nothing. That I would just end up consuming my magical powers. I didn't care. If only I could meet the heroine.
Sounds like the wizard had a desperate wish of his own.
No, if only I could see with my own eyes her experiencing different emotions. Of course, the ultimate goal is to meet and talk to her. You made me wait for too long, so I'm not just going to let you be happy.
Fortunately, he's a bit unstable.
That's how I express my love for you.
Oh, Jiwoo!
Where
Am I? Hello, Canos Rabbit.
Who are you?
I am the wizard, the one who grants wishes. You called me here. What is your wish? The Canos Rabbit, who resented his family, wanted to change his life around entirely. And he was in fact more interested in losing the game.
That's why he didn't try very hard to win Heejung's affection.
Because he wanted to lose the game in order to have a new start in a new place. And lastly, I met the stray cat. Hello, Mr. Cat. Where am I? Who are you? Please relax. I'm the wizard.
If you're trying to give me some bullshit, I won't put up with it. Reveal yourself.
I see that you've lived a very lonely life.
What?
What?
The stray cat was filled with anger when I first met him. He wanted to have a revenge on his friend. And he liked the fact that he would be able to have a fresh new start in a different world, even if you were to lose.
Oh, bully for him, I guess.
And that's how I rounded up the 5 participants for the game. This is how the game goes. Initially, all 5 of them will stay in their animal form, and when the heroine begins to favor one of them, they become humans. And they have to make the heroine fall in love with them. The last animal that wins the heroine's heart gets his wish fulfilled, and will never see her again. The heroine, who will be confused by the sudden disappearance of the animal, will desperately wish for something for the first time in her life. And she will meet with me, the wizard. That was my scenario. There were several rules to the game. Never tell anyone about the game. Never explain in detail about the Grim Continent. Make the heroine naturally fall in love.
I think this was the part that Jiwoo failed to, not Jiwoo. Jiwoo was fine. Jisoo. This is the rule that Jisoo, completely skipped over. He's like, if I drug her and keep her under sedation, that's like love, right? I've gained her affection because she can't be with anyone else. Doesn't that mean he was immediately disqualified? I guess that's why time reset.
And do not tell the heroine about their sudden disappearance. That way the heroine will be even more confused and more desperate. After setting the rules, I casted a spell on the 5 participants so that they'll maintain their animal looks. Using my magical power without taking in any memories was a difficult task. And I took the 5 participants to the human world. I never used so much power before.
Not even a nameless, eh?
I even thought that I might die if I were to use any more power. But I couldn't die yet. I had someone to meet. The heroine. If the heroine calls for me, I promise myself to make her miserable for making me wait too long.
A wizard.
You haven't changed a bit. It's not so bad watching you in confusion, but it's steadily beginning to get a little boring. I'm not amused by such a mild level of pain. I must have you suffer in tears. When we meet, what would you say to me? What expression would you show me? This curiosity is driving me crazy. Well, I'll gradually enjoy the most thrilling moments later. From now on, a fun story is about to start. I worked hard to prepare it, so please do enjoy. Okay then, shall the game begin?
Game start.
The game progressed smoothly. The heroine chose someone and fell in love with him. And the winner and losers have been decided. I, who was suffering from diminished power, was able to gain some back by absorbing the loser's memories. But because I used more power than I'd expected for the game, I became extremely weak. Since the wizard, the being that sustains its life by feeding on others' memories, progressed the game without any absorption of memories. Heroine. You continued to come meet me, except when you chose the prince. I was so happy when I met you that I was almost in tears. Because I've waited so long for the moment, I wanted to talk to you more. But I couldn't hold on to you for a long time. Looking at you in love with another man made me want to take your memories away. So I did. Oh, but it was a bit different in the case of the black cat. I wanted to destroy you when you asked me to grant you a wish that was already fulfilled. Anyway, you left me to pursue your love again. Sometimes without the memory of having loved someone. Sometimes with an earnestly loving heart. After you left, I was alone. Again. The thought that my boring routine would repeat again was repulsive. And I began to regret. Why didn't I keep you by my side longer? Why did I send you away? I still had unanswered questions. So I wanted to meet you just once more. I'm hoping that you would come once again to meet me. It doesn't matter whether you're in love with someone else. Just once more. I wanted to see you change as you fell in love. In order to do so, I have no choice but to do this. Rather than going back to my dull life, I wanted to see you once more, even if it meant losing all my powers. So I did something reckless. I overused my magical powers to turn back time.
Another person who turned back time for the person they loved.
The time when the game first began. And this time I watched you fall in love with a different person. Every time you fell in love with a different participant, I was able to observe a new side of you. My powers grew weaker day by day, and time passed quickly. The game finished once again, with the winner and the losers were chosen. And I was given one more chance to meet you. But you still didn't stay with me. You couldn't. So I turned back the time again to when it all began. I continued to repeat the endless game. And then...
Where am I? Who are you?
Hello. I'm the wizard.
The wizard?
I see that you've become to love someone again, and have fallen into despair.
What? What do you mean? And where is this place?
How long do I have to repeat the game?
Poor Heejung, so confused.
And then I finally realized something. At this rate, I would try to continue the game, even if it meant costing my life for it. Because I desperately wanted her. I was finally able to understand how all my clients must have felt.
Aw.
So, this is how it feels like, to have a desperate wish. Because I wanted her so badly, I felt that I could give away not just my memories, but everything to be with her. But it seems that there is no wizard who can fulfill my wish. I don't want to be a wizard that grants others' wishes anymore. I want to stop being a wizard who is always forgotten by everyone. I'm tired of being the wizard who always has to just sit and wait. So I made a decision. For the first time, I'm trying to fulfill not others, but my own wish. The wish to be with her, to exist in the same world together. I'm going to restore her to her original self, and wish that the two of us will meet in the same world. If we were to meet in the same world, perhaps there might be a chance that she'll fall in love with me. If I were to pay the price with all my memories, will this wish ever come true? My powers have become too weak from repeating the game many times. I'm not even sure if the wish will come true, even if I sacrifice all my memories for it. If my wish does not come true, what would happen to me? Will my tenacious life finally end? That doesn't sound too bad either. I am to fulfill my last wish by giving up all my memories. I hope that my last wish will be able to reach you.
Just like in the song. Oh my goodness. He's actually doing it! I can't believe it! Did it work, wizard? That's gutsy. Ah, so many dots.
Where am I?
Oh. Where am I? Who are you? Oh my goodness! Why are you both in pajamas? In a field! Ah! So that's how it ended. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a wish, though. He didn't wish that she would fall in love with him. He's like, I just want to be in the same world and meet her. And maybe she'll fall in love with me, but I'll let her decide if that's what she wants. Ah, it's open-ended, though. I don't know if you guys ended up together. Ah. Why you gotta break my heart like that, wizard? Aw, man. You were a jerk sometimes, but you are a sweetheart under all that. And you let her choose. Oh, my goodness. Well, I hope she fell for you and your fabulous hair, you crazy, crazy man. I hope you have some peace finally after eons of granting others' wishes. But that is it. Dandelion's done. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. Never thought I'd see the day. And we ended it on a little bit of a tearjerker there. My goodness. Well, that's that, I guess. So, one game down. We're gonna go back to Amnesia because we have 5 short stories. And then we'll be done that as well. But I hope to see you over there, guys, and see what those short stories have in store for us. Until then, see you later.